you are. Good morning.
Here I am. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I didn't give blood. I got a bunch of blood tests and they were slow
Hmm.
and they did not like the fact they couldn't get the computer to work, the computer to work, and they did not like the fact that so they moved me to a different station. And morning, Craig. I had to go have a bunch of blood tests today. And it wasn't, they were dinking around, it was making me crazy. So I started pumping my arm because I was watching it and it wasn't moving fast enough. And it started spurting blood in there. She goes, "Stop that." And I'm like, "I'm impatient now. Like, I have to go." So it takes
Hmm.
minutes to get there, but I made it home in like 2.5. I flew. Get out of my way. I have a meeting to start. Ah, but
All right.
yep. Okay. I hair in my mouth. There we
That's always fun.
go.
Okay. So here we are.
Let's hear some good news, people.
It always feels weird when I give good news when I gave it to you yesterday.
But you didn't give it to them.
I know.
Hey,
I
should
know.
when my husband, okay, here's my good news. My husband's being a doll and making me a cup of tea because I only allowed water all day and I've been up since 5. And the plan was 5 minutes away is appointment at 8 o'clock. It's like, go there, get the blood test, come home, grab snack, grab tea, be all good. But I am here on time and my husband's making tea, and that is my good news. What's my other good news? I have the link for my class, and my first Facebook ad went up yesterday. Braden built about half of it, and then I was talking to him and I'm like, "Don't I just need to do boom, 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 boom?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Is there anything else I need to know?" And he's like, "No, you got it." I'm like, "How long do I let it run, to kind of test it to see the effectiveness?" And he goes, 3 or 4 days. That's it. You're good. I was like, all right. So I figured that part out. I know how to do that now, and it's up. And now I'm going to start actually like posting and doing videos about it also. And then my other good news, Ava got my followers on TikTok from 228 to 1,028 in one weekend. Not sure.
Woohoo.
I know. Um, and I looked on there and I'm like, I don't even have, like, she hasn't even posted the videos on TikTok yet. I don't know where they are yet. And I'm like, wait, what? So I said, "Did you do that?" And she's like, "Yeah, I needed to do that." So if you have over 1,000 followers, then you can connect in links. And we needed the links in TikTok to be able to drive them back to the success class I'm doing.
Cool.
So, yep, don't know what she did, but it's magic and that's cool. So let's hear you guys' good news.
Well, I met with a lender yesterday. We met a few weeks ago, I guess. Yeah, first week in February, I think. But anyway, sat down and talked to her, and she's wanting to do some stuff together. So we're planning to do an affordable housing workshop, buyer workshop. And get some buyers in there and see if we can get them pre-qualified and looking for a home, get them in a home.
I love it. How are you going to advertise for it?
We're gonna do flyers. She's gonna make flyers for it. And then I'll do videos as well to advertise.
Are you going to do Facebook?
Yeah. Ad. I'm not sure about an ad. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah,
Do you have
but
a business page?
I do.
I would slap an ad on there and just put a tiny little budget,
Yeah.
$5 a day or some. I mean, Braden told me to do $10 a day. He could just start there and see what you're up, how things go. But I would just set a tiny budget, or I would ask the lender to pay for it.
Yeah. Or either we'll split it,
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and where else was I going with that? So they lend in all 50 states. And she told me about a cool program that they have for first-time buyers. And it's FHA, but it's conventional. It's a conventional loan. And you can be a homeowner as long as you've been in your house over 3 years. You can be considered a new
First time.
home buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time
Yeah.
home buyer. And I didn't really understand the points, but they buy down, not really buy down, but the points are cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like 3 points cheaper or something like that. She was explaining to me. I told her to send me some information so I can kind of get it out there. But yeah,
There's
sounds
also
like
the
a good program.
Genoa Fund, which couples with FHA and federally backed conventional. Well,
Mhm.
they'll pay for your down payment and they'll pay for your down payment up to 5%.
So what is that?
It's called Genoa, and it's been on the back burner, but it's being funded now. So they'll pay up to 5% of your down payment. So like if it's conventional and it's 5% or 3% or FHA 3.5%, the
Mhm.
credit requirements are only 580.
Wow.
Okay.
So a lot of down payment assistance programs, you have to have like a 620 or 640.
Mm-hmm.
So ask the lender if they participate in the Genoa Fund for down payment assistance.
There it is. CHENOA. Chenoa.
Yeah. And then also,
There's a .org. Go ahead.
and then there's also some federally backed down payment assistance. I mean, closing cost assistance that will help in buying down the interest rate.
Okay.
And they may not do a permanent buy down. It may be like a 3-2-1, but at least it gives them time until the market's like evens out that they can refinance in like 10 years. But
Okay.
it comes in at 3%. I think it can be as low as 3% now. But
Cool.
it's not a permanent buy down. But anyway.
Gotcha.
So the Chenoa Fund is 3.5% and 5% down payment assistance, 600 FICO score, learn more, up to 5% down, FHA 600. And the link's in there.
Yeah.
So cool.
So not all lenders know that it's back. So anyway, check with your lender, especially if they're in all 50 states.
Okay. Yeah, so that was interesting yesterday, meeting with them. And so she was familiar with Impreza Homes. So Impreza are these prefab homes. So she was familiar with those, and she told me I needed to go and tour the facility that we have here. They're fairly new. I haven't seen their homes yet.
Are you gonna do video when you do it? When you go tour it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Ooh,
Let us
cool.
know. I'm curious.
Okay. Yeah. So she was saying that they're only building 4,000 square foot homes down there, but because they originally came down so they could build in a lake community.
Mhm.
But I know that another house here where I'm at in Greenwood, they had it in the local paper where they had, brought it and set it up and everything. And I know that wasn't a 4,000 square foot home. And it was a nice home. So I want to see what all they do.
Thank you.
Yay.
Hey.
All right, let's hear some more. Bree and Anna, what you guys got for good news?
So I had kind of like a learning lesson, but it's all good. So a year ago, I was working with this mother-daughter. It was a lead from Facebook, and followed up with them. I was going to list the mom's house and the daughter's house, but another daughter had it wrapped up. The houses wrapped up in another property, Like she used it as collateral for another property. So it wouldn't have been a clean, so we would have had to do some title work and all this other stuff. So in the process, I was getting them home evaluations. They told me what they wanted. And I was like, the only way, and they wanted to use the cash from the daughter's house to buy another house. But she had champagne taste on a beer budget. And the house needed repair. So we had Curbio come in, give an estimate, and we could get like another 60,000 net, which could be used towards the next house that they did not want to finance. And I said, okay, if you buy cash, this is where we are. And it wouldn't fit. So I was like, okay, so if you get $100,000 loan, this is what your payments would be, and you could get your house. So I put this proposal together based on what they wanted, followed up with them, like a week later. And they said, well, they're going with another realtor because they didn't want to finance. And I was like, okay, but if you told me that, so anyway, I listened to what they said instead of my gut. So fast forward to today, I got an email from the mom. They just now sold the daughter's house, and she bought in Clarksville, which is where I told them that initially where it's about 45 minutes away. I was like, for what you want, this is where you can buy it for cash. And she's like, no, I want to stay closer to Nashville, which the prices are outrageous.
Mhm.
It took them a year to wrap their head around, and they got less for their house. So the learning lesson is that, even though a year ago they said they were going with another realtor and they were going to go quickly with them, I think I missed the opportunity to continue to educate them. So learning lesson is to kind of follow my gut.
Mhm.
And even though they were saying one thing and I was presenting to them what they said they wanted, it was just so, it was just kind of like aha this morning.
That is a good aha. That is a good aha. Sometimes the best, well, I don't know about you all, but I learn more from the stuff that goes wrong by far. As long as I go into it with wanting to understand and wanting to see my part and wanting to grow. As long as I go into it wanting to grow, then I learn so much more from that stuff than all the stuff that goes right. Stuff that goes right is just like it doesn't even register past skin level. You know what I mean? Oh, it went great.
Mhm.
Keep moving until I fall, and then those cut. So
And she didn't disclose that she couldn't do the loan because she hadn't done taxes since 2017.
mm,
And I was like, oh, that's no problem. We'll just file them. Well, there's a whole backstory. So she still has not addressed that. So I'll let the IRS keep up with her, But I was like, you'll want to clean that up anyway. Here's a financial counselor. Here's this, here's that. And she just wasn't there.
right.
So I was like, that, to me, I was like, if I'm giving you the resources to get your whole financial picture situated, why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that?
What a great message to be able to put out there also for anybody that's been thinking about selling, about, hey, don't do what a customer of mine did, because it's not a client, so you can't really say that.
Yeah.
Of mine did, where they waited a year and they lost dollar amount or percentage, whichever one's the better, the more impressive number. They lost 10% or they lost, $40,000. I'd throw a dollar amount on it. Most people can really understand that. So don't wait another year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not only was the market higher, and I was showing her how to get 60,000 more net by fixing up certain things, she went with a cash buyer.
Oh,
Her mom was like, oh, she went with a cash buyer, bought in Clarksville. So it was like a snowball. She got less for her house, and she had to move an hour away.
Yep. And that's what happens when you don't listen to the realtor who gives a crap about you.
Right. And she's still in hot water with the IRS.
Yeah, that does not just go away on its own.
It's 2022, 23.
23, exactly.
So,
All right.
but
Yep, good lesson. All right. Anna, can you talk today? You got some good news?
Yeah, love. I actually just wanted to share. I'm sick. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you
Oh.
sound
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But I wanted to share this like really, really cool investment opportunity in new construction. Okay, so get this. I get a client calls me up, says he wants to buy this old beat up house. I go see it. He's like, can you give me an ARV? Can you give me can give me a your evaluation on like the cost of repairs and everything. And this house is like in a good area, but ARV is not much higher than what it's currently priced. And the house is like totally in shambles, like it's just falling apart. So I was like, I don't think that's a wise investment decision for you to go into, especially since this is your first investment. Anyways, I'm like, let me look into new construction for you just in case to see what the numbers look like. So the guy wants to do rent by room. And so found him an area where he can get 700 per room in an area. It's a USDA qualified region, so he can get a USDA loan for 0%. His income didn't qualify. He was just slightly above it. But get this, okay? If you do qualify for USDA, then you can secure the contract for 1,500. Get this, cash to close is only 2,500 for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I think it's 2,500 square foot home. Very, very nicely sized rooms. And his income from the rent by room prototype is going to be 700 per room. So very decently sized. And we got him a fridge, washer, dryer, blinds, RO filter. So he's moving in like fully ready. He's going to occupy for a year so he can qualify for the primary rates. But his PITI, since the USDA doesn't have the PMI or MIP, is going to be 2,300 on a cash flowing property of 2,800 with a 10-year warranty, structural warranty, and it's so awesome. And people are like, it's a 499 rate lock. It just like I've had clients on the rental side that had to pay more down for a security deposit plus their monthly than this guy would have had to pay closing at USDA. Basically 1,500 plus 2,500 at closing. And bam, you got $4,000, you got a house. It's so cool, isn't it?
Wow. It's really cool. What a great way to house hack on the other side of it and cover
Right.
that too. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm like, does anyone have less than 103,000 income? This is like a crazy awesome opportunity.
I love that. Okay, you're done talking now. Good job.
Sorry.
Don't
I'm
be
just-
sorry. I just want you to protect this. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Anna,
sorry, I'm good.
what area are you again in Texas? I forget.
So this one was by the Culebra area. So I'm in San Antonio. Oh, sorry. I'm in San Antonio and Austin. So this one was in San Antonio.
Okay. All right.
That is awesome. All right.
And it's 9 minutes from SeaWorld. So it's like awesome. Really cool for STR as well.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Challenges. What do we got?
I couldn't get started doing my videos last week.
Okay.
I did one and that was it. So I got to get back on it, get started and doing them. Yeah, I just got off track and I let myself stay off track. And I've been kicking myself in the ass ever since. You know, it's almost like working out and missing a day at the gym. You hate doing it and kind of beating yourself up until you get back on it. That's where I'm at.
I love the honesty. I really do. Okay. I have not, mine haven't gone posted yet, so I need to follow up from Ava and find out what's going on and why, and is it my fault? Are they too rough of what it is that I'm giving her? So she's having to spend too much time trying to get it cleaned up or whatever, or do I, just whatever. So I need to find out what's going on that end. Craig, okay, so what do you want to do about it? Or what's your intention to do? How are you gonna, what's the resolution?
I know I have to schedule them now.
Okay,
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and put the schedule together and fit time in to do it, schedule out a time to do it, and schedule the topics I want to talk about. I just gotta bear down and put it together and do it instead of just coming up with it the day of and yeah.
the winging it thing. Okay.
Yeah.
When you do it, is your intention to do one a day, or do you want to do a bunch of them, bank them up, and then just like I'm throwing everything onto a Google Drive into a vid files where all my stuff goes, and then she can pull off whatever.
Your videos on a Google Drive.
Yeah, all the videos go up onto Google Drive.
I didn't put
Okay.
video on Google Drive.
And then that way she's got access to them too. We were originally going to put TikTok because we thought we didn't have to make it live, but it won't let me bank them up there. It wants me to put one and push it all the way through. And when I tried to back out 3 times, like, okay, just sit here, it was like, nope, and I'm going to disappear on you. And it might just be that I don't know TikTok well enough. That could very well be the case. And it also could be on my end that, like, I did 3 videos, I don't know, Friday maybe. I did 3, I think, because I knew I was going to be really swamped Monday and Tuesday. And my husband came around the corner. He goes, "You sound mean." And I'm like, "Sometimes I'm mean." He's like, "Might not want to be that way." And I'm like, "Sometimes I'm mean." So
Maybe that's what you've got to put in your video.
sometimes I'm mean.
Yeah, and figure out a way to turn that on a twist.
I know for me personally, the video, what I feel like I need to be doing. So I talked to I went back through and I think I was talking to you about it yesterday, Kathy. I don't remember who, but whatever. I went back through my notes because I was stuck at the car dealership where they did not fix my car. And I was reading through a bunch of my notes and, trying to do some work. And it said on video, it said that you have 9 seconds to grab them and the title is everything. And I thought back because we're tracking via what Bree gave us our video stuff. And the first one I did was the COVID one. I put a title on there and it said there has to be an easier way or something like that. And that got 300 and some odd views. And my other stuff did not, which I had no title. It got 20, 25. And I'm like, oh man, it's the title. And then it's that first 9 seconds I need to grab you instead of kind of going into the story. I need to be like, bam, and then take you on that story. And then the other thing that they said, so this was David actually on our team told me this. He said, if you don't ever do this kind of videos, never do this, don't do this, don't make this mistake. He goes, those videos, when he runs those, have 300% the engagement rate and click-through rate, 300%. I'm like, holy moly. So it's making me kind of rethink what it is and how I want to present, knowing I've got 9 seconds or whatever to be able to grab. And for me personally, if I'm watching videos on something like Reels or whatever, I don't even know if it's 9 seconds. Like, you better get me within 1,001, 1,002, maybe 3 seconds. And if you don't get me in those 2 or 3 seconds, it's scroll. So that's what and then I'm trying really hard also to just use what I'm talking about that day to kind of spin off on the videos. So the opposite of what you said, Craig, where you're thinking and planning it out. I found those for me personally felt clunky. They just felt kind of clunky, but going, oh, hang on, we talked about this today. I want to talk about this, or this is what happened today. I want to talk about that. But I probably do need to switch that because everything now that I have the link and now that the Facebook ad starts, everything now is going to be pushing for that class. So they will be more deliberate because they have to be, because they need to get people into that class.
Yeah. Yeah, so you asked, am I planning to do them every day or bank them both? So I still want to put a short video out each day.
Mhm.
I want to bank them too. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wasn't thinking about putting it on Google, and that's usually on Google Drive, because that's usually how I do home tours for people that's out of state.
Mhm.
I'll record it and put it on Google Drive and then send it to them.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, because I'm doing most of them on my phone, I was trying to figure out, well, how can I make a longer video without taking up all of the memory on my phone, the space on my phone. So there it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
But yeah,
super.
I still want to do
Sure.
one a day.
You can start on YouTube and you can send it
Yeah.
private. You can make it private, so only people with the link, or you can make it public.
Yep, you can
Oh.
stream on YouTube too. So we use that for, like, Wealth Determiners goes up there raw. It just stores up there. Because Zoom has been hammering
Right.
down everybody with the extra space now. So it goes off of there immediately, gets tossed up on YouTube until Ava can put the book in and the tail in, cut whatever crap at the very beginning where I'm staring at a blank screen, singing, who knows, and get it finished and then published. So it's another place where you can store them. I don't know if there's a YouTube limit. I know there's definitely limits on our phone, Zoom, and Google Drive has limits also without paying more. Although I currently
There's-
pay 10
there's
bucks, no limit.
Mm-mm.
Well, because I pay 10 bucks a month for Google Drive. I think that's what it is, because I have, all these years of crap. Why is my hand raised?
Yep,
Good.
I paid it about a year to get more memory on Google Drive.
Right.
I think it was like 20 something a year or something like that. So
Okay.
it wasn't much.
No, it's pretty cheap. So, oh, hey, baby.
Yeah, pretty pup.
Yeah, it is.
He's being a baby this morning.
He
That's
looks-
why I keep jumping up and leaving, because he's in there barking and whining.
Oh,
And there's
well,
nothing there.
So,
It's all
Um,
your fault.
okay, so Craig, let's focus back on you again. What topics are you going to talk about this week?
Some of the loan programs, new construction, and affordable housing.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you can grab people right off of the front with? I know that's something I used to tell people all the time. I was like, don't think you can buy a house. I specialize in people who were told no the first time around. And I did that, like I said that all the time, because
Okay.
I did. It ended up, almost everybody I ever talked to is like, I tried and couldn't do it. Well, we try again.
What about the fact that you just said you're going to be doing an affordable housing class?
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah.
find
You
out
can
how.
do something quick saying this is going to be coming.
yeah.
I did just a good, it wasn't a video, but you could easily video this just on Facebook. I just wrote, I'm so flipping excited. I got good news. I'm gonna be sharing it. And I got some people coming in on that one a little bit.
So like a lead up to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't lead super long. So someone told me that super long leads doesn't work, and neither do series, which I was shocked. I would have thought series would have worked really good. They're like, no, it's pretty much everyone, because there's so much out there. So it's pretty much everyone just stands alone.
Mhm.
Very good. So, I mean, you can stay tuned and, catch me here and all that, but like part 1, part 2, part 3, and it doesn't work so well.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep them short, 2 minutes or less,
Mhm.
because I know my attention span is short. So get to the point, get it over with, and gone.
Yeah. Shut up and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. So today's Tuesday. You're doing vids. I'm going to actually, I'm meeting with Ava tomorrow. I'm gone all day today. But I will find out where mine are, and let me look at my calendar. Oh, there's my daughter texting me now. So what am I committing to? We'll commit to, so I will join you, be your partner in crime tomorrow. I will commit to videos from 11 to 12. That's my time block that I will do my videos. So,
And I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad, Craig. You started.
Well, I wasn't really beating myself up. It's just that, like, so I related to the gym because, when I miss a day at the gym, I just kind of, don't feel the same.
I
Right.
feel like a slug.
Yeah. So, I kind of related to that,
Mhm.
Uh,
Right.
plus I had
I get
the
it.
momentum going. And,
Right.
now it's almost like I got to get the momentum started again.
Mhm.
Oh, it is so good. Okay, there's success. There's Sisyphus starting with the rock and pushing the rock up. And this is really hard to get the rock going. And then there's momentum. So it's like you're going like this. And then there's maintenance. And maintenance is just this nice, easy, steady thing until you do the next push again. And then get going and then get your momentum going again to
Yeah.
get it. It is
Yeah.
that initial push. Yeah. So, all right. The good thing is you already started your push. So just keep on going right back there again and start that little push again. And you'll slide in the momentum easier this time because you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right, y'all, I'm taking off. I'm gonna go run up and go see my daughter today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will have breakfast already in me and at least 2 cups of tea in me.
That's an awful lot of breakfast behind you in boxes.
Oh, that's for when the class starts. I had my husband build them all. My booklets arrive, the books arrive within a week, and then I'm gonna start having them all packed up and ready to go. And back down low again where you can't see them. Here we go. There we
No
go.
donuts. Thought maybe it was donuts, all full of donuts.
That's a lot of donuts. All right,
Yeah.
you guys, have an amazing day. Anna, tea and honey, and I hope you feel better, sweetie.
Yeah,
Thank you so
definitely.
much, love. Hope you guys have an amazing day.
You
Aw.
too.
Darling, you
Thank you.
too.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.